Trash Talking the Universe on Spotify.
And this is another switch up in topic, but the times that people had up to 50, 60, 100 years ago, their troubles were not our troubles. Like, like, yes, there's still racism. Yes, there's still bias toward anything and everything. Um, but like those people that had to hide from armies because they're Jewish, because of their beliefs.
Yeah.
Those people that had to hide from kidnappers and freaking poachers because of their skin color. Those people that had to hide from whatever, like that is serious problems. Not, oh no, I can't charge my phone. Oh no,
Yeah.
I can't get a cup of coffee. Oh no, I put this mask on and it bothers me all day.
Yeah.
It's like it's an annoyance, it's inconvenience. It's not your rights it being taken away from you. There's no comparison
Right.
to being forced to be vaccinated. Okay, that to me, I'm not in support of mandating a vaccine, but I think the vaccine works. I had
So
the
sure,
vaccine
I believe it
to a
works to a
certain,
certain
yeah.
extent.
Well, the point of the vaccine is
It's not
not for
that you're not
you
going to get
to,
sick. It's so
yeah,
you won't die.
yeah. It's supposed to help reduce the force
Right.
of that sickness,
Right.
the potential horror that sickness could give to you. That's the point of all vaccines. That's
Right.
been the point of all vaccines since the beginning of time, except for a few that were government funded and they were trying to murder black people and murder Puerto Rican people and murder Latin people, murder those things did happen. I'm not taking that away. I don't know if
Mm.
you knew that, but like in the 30s and 40s, a vaccine was given to a lot of black people to try to help them, and it wound up poisoning them.
Mm.
And then there was a lot of, oh, I'm sorry, yeah,
I didn't know about that.
yeah, that was a true fact, and that was American government that did that. And then there was another one that by the American public, by the American government, that they went to Puerto Rico and tried to immunize. Well, they're trying to immunize Puerto Ricans, but they were trying to how do you say what that what's that word? So that women couldn't get pregnant. They were trying to
Oh,
inject.
sterilized.
Yes, thank you, sterilize. Yeah, so they were trying to sterilize a lot of Puerto Rican women, a lot of other Latin women from other
I,
countries.
I actually
They were,
heard about that. I heard
yeah,
about that.
by using a vaccine. So I understand that people that know that fact, that know the backgrounds or whatever, they're trying to control us. I know they're trying to this that. I get the conspiracy theory behind it. I
Yeah.
understand the fears behind it, but we have so much technology now that we can kind of tell, we can kind of figure out. We already have the knowledge in the back of our heads, like, I'm not gonna take this immediately. I'm gonna look into this, and I'm gonna make a educated decision when I'm ready to get vaccinated or not. That's why
Right.
I don't like the mandate stuff. I don't like anything forced upon anybody, whether it's better for you or it's not better for you. Like I don't like that shit at all. But
Yeah,
to compare,
but
yeah,
I'm sorry.
no,
Um, there's some places that they don't have a choice. We
yes,
don't, and that's that sucks.
yeah,
Um, and you know
yeah. 'Cause some
that's
people
what
support
that's
it, some people don't.
right,
So,
right.
and that
So
should be your right.
of course,
You know, but to wear a mask and wash your hands all day,
that's not really that's not.
that's not taking away your rights. That's an
I think that's just
inconvenience.
people. That's us as Americans. Like, no disrespect to nobody. We're lazy. That's
Yeah,
just laziness because
a
it's
lot of
something that's so
yeah.
simple. It's something
Hmm.
that's so simple. Like you can stop arguments, fights, arrests. Just all you have to do is put on a mask, and you don't have, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. There's people that are fighting, getting arrested, starting riots because of a mask. It's like, come on, just put the
It's
mask on, do what you got to do, and go home. That's it.
yeah. I don't know. Like I still have friends who aren't vaccinated, and they they don't want to take it for the simple fact that they think it's going to poison them in 20, 30 years from now.
And they
And
and they have listen, and they I don't think they're wrong for that.
yeah, I don't think they're wrong for that either. It's just there's a disease, a virus, excuse me, that's running around. You can't see it. You don't know where it's coming from. You don't know where it's at. And it's multiplying into stronger versions of itself.
Yeah. And you also got to think about it like this too. That's the perfect way to get rid of people.
Yeah.
If you wanted to. Oh,
Yeah,
listen, there's a virus. You need this shot.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, you get this. You keep getting the shot. You keep getting the shot. It gives you cancer. You die.
Yeah.
It probably won't kill you now, but
yeah. If the virus doesn't kill you,
yeah,
then maybe the vaccine will kill you.
hey, think
I'm
about that.
40. I'm 40 years old. I want to stay as long as possible.
Yeah, I think everybody does.
So, the for me, I already took my 2 shots of vaccine. I'm getting the booster, next month actually, and I think if it wasn't for that vaccine, the vaccination that I already took, back in September, October, me getting sick with COVID in January last month, would have been way worse
I think so too.
because yeah, it would have been way worse because some of my friends, including you told me you had some symptoms and you had some feelings,
Yeah,
whatever, that I didn't have.
yeah, yeah.
And maybe it was just due to personal chemistry with the vaccines, that I had some slightly different symptoms. But let me tell you, and you sir, you went through it too, so you know the feeling. That shit
That was bad. That
That
was
shit
bad.
kicked my ass. That
That was
kicked
bad.
my ass. I'm a strong dude. You're a
I've
strong
never,
dude.
I've never had a fever like that. I've never had my body ache like that.
Yeah, yeah.
None of that. None of that.
I thought I had the regular. I think it was like in my 20s. I had the regular flu. I had an ear and throat infection, and I had a stomach virus all at the same time. I could have died. I remember when I finally went to the doctor. I was finally smart enough to go to the doctor after my mother and father yelling at me because I did not look well. I wasn't eating, and I dropped like 12 pounds in like 4 or 5 days, something like that. Because I had not even water I was taking.
Yeah.
Because I was throwing everything up. Finally went to the doctor, and my throat was killing me. Everything was killing me, and the doctor immediately put like when he checked my throat, he said, "Oh, okay, no problem." He gave me a shot immediately, and then he gave me like this super strong cough suppressants that are also pain reliever pills. They're not supposed to give this to you. They're supposed to give you like 1 or 2. He gave me a pack of 12. He said, "You take one of these every 12 hours. Do not miss a single one, because this will help kill the infection in your throat, in your ear, in your body, and lower the inflammation. Take ibuprofen, take Tylenol, take this, take that, to antibiotics, the whole 9, to kill everything as soon as possible." And I'm like, "Oh, I guess I'm pretty bad." He goes, "Sir, your throat was swelling shut. If your throat would have swelled shut, we either would have had to perform surgery to open your throat, or you would have died. You couldn't breathe. You were probably days away from that happening." I was like, "Oh, damn. Oh, thank you very much, sir." So he gave me all that stuff, and then he told me to call the next day to see how I was feeling. I told him I felt the same. He goes, "Okay, as long as it doesn't get worse." And then I called the next day. I thought, "Oh, I feel a little better. My throat feels better." He goes, "Keep it going like that. If you need any more of that, let me know, whatever." And the doctor was a personal friend of my father's. That's why he was giving me like the little special treatment type stuff.
Yeah.
So he pretty much saved my ass. I felt horrible those, like, I think it's like 8, 9 days I was sick like that with all 3 or 4 of those problems at the same time. When I had COVID in January, that shit was worse. That shit was worse. Because at least when I had the other problems, when I had the flu, the stomach virus, and the ear and throat infection, at least I was still able to walk around. I was still able to like sit down, have a conversation with somebody, even though I was like, "Oh, what's up? Yeah, I'm just not feeling well." Oh, blah blah. I was still able to play some video games because I was like in bed, like, "Oh, let me just relax. Let me just not do nothing." Nah, this COVID thing for like 4 days, 5 days, it was a blur. It was a blur. I remember me getting up, going to the bathroom, me drinking medicine, my mother bringing me water, um, me calling my job because I couldn't make it. Everything else, I was knocked the hell out. I didn't play any games.
I slept a lot.
Yeah, yeah. It was like 80%
That
sleep the whole time.
me, like, I could have stayed awake, but I was just like, when I sleep, it doesn't hurt. I'm being dead serious.
No, I
Because I was
100% agree.
I was forcing myself to go to sleep.
Mm,
So when I'm at my sister's house, my brother and his girl, because my sister has a really big house. Um, my brother, he slept on the couch, and I was on the air mattress right next to him.
right.
So all we was doing was watching movies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And my body was hurting so bad that I would just like turn over and I just close my eyes. And sometimes it will take me a while. It'll take me
Right.
about 40
Y'all all
minutes to
had
go
COVID
fall
at the
asleep.
same time in the same
Huh?
house? Y'all all
Yeah,
had
yeah, yeah.
COVID at the same time? Damn.
And
But just
yeah,
suck up.
sometimes it took me a while. Sometimes I went to sleep 10, 15 minutes. Sometimes it took 40 minutes, 45 minutes. But I'm like, oh man, I just need to go to sleep. So this don't hurt.
Man, I remember daytime flew by because I was mostly asleep during the day. I'm more of a night person anyway. Um, and then there was a couple of times where I remember I just woke up and I was like this, like looking around, like, yo, what time is it? Like what's going on? And I'll go out, I'll check my phone, and my phone will be like 3:47 in the morning or 4:35 in the
Yeah,
morning, and I'm like, last time
time
I remember the sun was out last time I closed when I shut my eyes.
time all fucked up.
Yeah,
Time
yeah.
all fucked up.
Time traveling happened with COVID
Yeah,
because
that's what it is.
I fell asleep Monday. All of a sudden, it was Wednesday, and I had hair. Like, what's going on? Yo, what the hell's
He
going?
was like, "Yeah, I got to shave already. I just shaved one."
Like,
The,
I
the,
lost 5 pounds.
but seriously though, the whole time I was just like, as long as I could breathe, I'm good.
Yeah,
That's all I thought.
yeah. That's one thing. When I went to the doctor, I had to force myself to go to the doctor. Oh, check this out, right? I don't know if I even told you. So I got sick. I felt sick on a Monday. Um, Tuesday, I'm like, you know what? Let me go get checked out. So Tuesday, I went to the free clinic over here, and for like 2 hours, I got stuck outside this office. The glass door that had the number of the office. I see the people on the inside. So I call the number on the glass door. I see the person, the young girl inside, answer the phone. I'm talking to her directly. I'm like, hey, I'm one of the people outside waiting for to get a COVID test. How much longer do you think it'll be? Because there's like 30 people ahead of me, and I've already been out here for like almost 2 hours. What's your name? And I gave her my name and everything, and she goes, "Oh, I don't see you on the list." And I'm like, "What list? The people outside should have told you." I'm like, "No, nobody opened the door, nobody, nothing. They just said if you want a COVID test, wait here to see the girl inside." Oh, I'm so sorry, sir. Like then everybody who signed is ahead of you, and it could be anybody on the line. And I'm like, almost nobody knew. And I'm like, man, fuck this. I'm going, whatever. I'm going home, blah, blah, blah. So I went home, pissed off, exhausted. And then I had to I called my actual doctor or the actual the clinic that was taking appointments, made an appointment to get the COVID test. I went, whatever, it took like maybe 20 minutes, whatever. I was out, and it was a positive COVID test. I was like, damn, I can't call a Lyft or an Uber to take me home. I'm not gonna call my brother or my sister-in-law to come pick me up because I know I'm infected now. So I walked the 2 miles home. It took everything in my power to walk from the clinic to the 2 miles back to my house. And by the time I got back to my house, I went in drenched in sweat, but I felt cold. And I told my mother, like, hey, I'm COVID positive. Stay over there. Start spraying everything with Lysol now. Wear a mask around me. Luckily, my mother's already. She had the vaccination. She has the booster, the whole nine. And then boom, I was in my room for the next, I think, 9 day, 8 to 9 days, because the doctor told me, oh, you're already vaccinated, so between 5 and 7 days you should be fine. Within 5 days you should no longer be contagious, but it looks like you already went through the worst of it. So if it gets worse, you develop a fever, blah blah blah. Contact your nearest hospital, whatever, and try to get medical treatment. But take Robitussin DM. Okay, he says Robitussin DM helps a lot with the congestion not building up, and that's the most dangerous part of COVID. If you let the congestion in your lungs, as you mentioned, breathing, as long as you were breathing easy, because if the congestion starts to build up, it's going to be harder and harder to get rid of. So anything that kills congestion, take it if you have COVID. If anybody's listening or watching, whatever. Like, so Robitussin DM and anything with DM in it, because that's the chemical compound that breaks down the congestion, the mucus in your lungs or whatever. You could cough it up, cough it out, sneeze it out, whatever. Um, and I think that did a lot of good for me. And also vitamin C,
Yeah.
B12, zinc,
Yep.
D3, all those vitamins, uh beets. I don't know if you knew that beets help control blood pressure.
I know.
But they also contain a lot of sugar, so you got to be careful with how much you eat the beets, because you could raise your blood sugar and make things worse for yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
But yeah, I have a what's called Beats Elite. It's like an energy drink that it opens up. Well, the thing with what beets do naturally is they open up the valves of your veins for your heart, for throughout your whole body, so that way blood travels better. So I don't know, it affects your veins, that they just expand, they get bigger, almost like a horse. What is it called? HGH. You ever heard of HGH? Human, no, HHG, human growth hormone. HGH. Yeah, it is HGH. So human growth hormone. So it's something like that, but it's natural. And the human growth hormone is more like you inject it, and like people like Sylvester Stallone use that. That's why he looks the way he looks.
Mm.
Anyway, yeah, be safe with the COVID shit. That's not something to play with too much,
Yeah.
or at all, really. Our first stream yard, uh our first stream yard video podcast that I hope people enjoy. um that's our nice little background. This is not our logo, this is just a little drawing I did. I'll put up my logo for a second episode, but yeah, this will definitely be our first episode, if anything. We will have a third host eventually named Mr. Zero. For those of you that don't know us already, find us on Spotify so you can listen to our first 30 episodes of regular podcast stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Um, yeah. Hopefully our audio sounds good to you guys, and yeah, that's all I can really say. So I am Mr. Brooklyn.
I'm Mr. BX.
Thank you so much for joining us, and hopefully you like the show. And yeah, send us some topics to talk about if you want us to cover some stuff. You can find us on YouTube. This video right here will be directly on YouTube, and probably Facebook. You can find us on Trash Talking the Universe Facebook, Trash Talking the Universe YouTube, Trash Talking the Universe Instagram, and even Trash Talking the Universe Twitter. Fastest way to get to us is through Instagram, though, just to let you know.
Yeah.
Yes, Mr. BX runs Trash Talk Games. Check him out on Twitch. He's gonna start streaming in the next next couple of days, next week or
Yep.
two or something like that.
Yep.
And then we're gonna put up more of these live podcasts. And we're gonna go into some conspiracy theories. We're gonna talk about some crazy stuff in the world and throughout history, and whatever other sci-fi, creative, time travel, alien spores that we could talk about. we're gonna get into it just for fun. Maybe even the paranormal, depending on the story.
Yeah.
It could be any of that cool, crazy stuff. So yeah, thank you for watching, and peace.
Peace.
Trash Talking the Universe on Spotify.